crazy 72 hours. So part of my family is on the way to Camarillo, evacuated. I've been literally driving around the clock helping clients. In fact, I even have a 150-foot hose in my car. Even sprayed down one client's home, and just been insane. It's been insane. And I just heard right now that a man was caught for arson. God help you if you're behind all those fires, because it just didn't make sense, my friends. It didn't make sense at all. You had all these high-end luxury home areas like Pacific Palisades, Santa Monica, Malibu, Hollywood Hills, Hidden Hills, Calabasas, West Hills, Pasadena. 10,000 plus structures just on record right now, burnt down, 5 fatalities. Thank you very much to Jeff Watts for the kind words and that great video that he made. I really appreciate you. Put a lot of clarity on this whole matter, but it's just been crazy, man. And right now, hopefully, this is my last trip where I have a fire-related trip where I have to help clients. A lot of my clients just broke off their holidays and returned. They were just too stressed out about their houses. Is their house still there? Is it not there? My latest update is that our Gura house and our Thousand Oaks house are okay. But family is out. Everything is watered down. Cars, I believe, are safe. Got a lot of cars into safety. And clients are reporting that helicopters are dropping down into Malibu Lake right in front of their house, scooping up water. Planes are flying again. Pasadena got hit hard, I think over 5,000 structures. Pacific Palisades and Malibu, my friends. The first opportunity I get, in fact, 5 of my clients are senior fire people. Thank you, Thomas. Much love, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's been a wild ride, but I'll show you with my Venmo. I'll show you the Venmos that have come in. Fire rescue, helping mom during the fires, helping family during the fires. Obviously, my clients are very well off and tipped me extremely well, but you know, I was not in Pacific Palisades. I don't have a house there, but yeah, could I help people? Yes, I help people wherever I could. And I helped people yesterday in the Hollywood Hills fire. I got down there, I got some people out. I went down over to Hidden Hills today. I mean, I've been all over the map because of these fires and just been driving around. And I think it's not so much an emotional toll. I think I've been a little bit seasoned and a bit of a veteran when it comes to that, having going through the army of what I've seen. So that a lot of there was no panic or no craziness. What I noticed most, honestly, is all the dirt on the car coming down out of the sky, and as you're walking around, you're breathing this, and more than anything, I really feel my lungs. Man, I've been coughing like crazy, and you're obviously inhaling so much shit, so much toxins. I mean, all the skies are black, and to me, this looks like arson. It really does, and the firefighters did such a tremendous job. They did everything they could, and like I said, I have 5 or 6 senior firefighter clients that run a lot of these stations in Malibu, where I get a lot of intel. I get a lot of intel from them. When that Moon Shadows restaurant burned down, one of my old stomping grounds, immediately, hey, by the way, one of your favorite restaurants burned down. So I was getting updates left, right, and center from Topanga clients. I was getting updates from Pacific Palisades clients. I was getting updates from multiple Malibu clients, checking in with them. They were sending me information. They were sending me videos. So I was getting intel all over, and there was no panic, at least for myself and my family. I more than anything, I felt extremely sad for the clients that lost their houses. There's many houses, multi-million dollar houses. People, wherever they could, were taking horses up north to Camarillo, Oxnard, getting their horses. There's a lot of my clients have horses, so getting the horses to safety. And what I learned once again, man, people come together. People bond together. The neighbor helps the neighbor. The brother helps the brother. The sister helps the sister. Everyone is working together, like to just keep people safe, and that's a beautiful thing. So thank you so much to everyone who sent well wishes and prayers. I love you all. I really do. I appreciate you, and I do believe that outpour of support and warmth and prayers and heart emojis and prayer signs, I do believe it just strengthens us, right? And right now it's 8 o'clock at night. I have clients coming back. They broke the holiday off in Hawaii. They're returning. We're heading to an area right now. It was right by the Kenneth fires. I drove by the Kenneth fires, which was apparently arson. They caught the guy. And that fire blew very quickly into my area by Calabasas. So we got the hell out of there. But I got an SOS call and off I go. I just said to my wife, hey, keep the kids safe. Other boys went up to Camarillo. Sorry, my chest is really messed up. And the show must go on. So I think I just have a duty to help as many people as I can. There's no reason to be selfish and say, oh, I just got to take care of myself. If you're okay and you're not directly in the firing line or the impact line, why not help others? And like I said, I have a 150-foot hose in the back of this car. In case the shit hits the fan somewhere else, you can get it out. What I learned is in Cape Town, my neighboring house burnt down at 2 o'clock in the morning. Negligence, a candle dropped over in a person's house. And I remember it was thanks to a very, very, very long hose pipe. I had a long ass hose pipe, and I was just spraying down neighboring houses, my house, while these flames were going on. I've had several crazy stories with fires in South Africa. I was coming back clubbing one night at 4 o'clock in the morning, and an apartment building was burning. Ran in, we woke everyone up, we got everyone out. So it's strange. I've never feared fires. Been around several major fires. I heard from Jeff Watts that he was actually in an explosion in his garage and his face got singed. I mean, that's traumatic. You suffer from a lot of post-traumatic stress after something like that. I still have a lot of PTSD from the army. So it evokes a lot of emotions around you when you hear about these fires, or when you hear about people that are affected by them. And all I can say is, wherever we can help a neighbor, a brother or a sister, let's do it. It's like the Rideshare community, my friends. We're constantly looking out for each other. We're constantly sharing information. We're constantly battling together, fighting together for better pay, for better earnings, obviously, for better safety. We're fighting against wrongful. We're fighting these corporates, right? And I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised that these Luigis are, maybe this was a fire Luigi today. Who knows if this bastard lit multiple fires? You don't know how sick people are, right? But people will not take the abuse. People always rally together, bond together, fight together. And all I can say is I'm sending prayers to all those. Oh, I got to share a heart-wrenching story. A heart-wrenching story from last night. My clients called me and said, hey, please, we put our mom 85-year-old. She's sitting there in a hotel room with her belongings. I went up the escalators, it was right by the Hollywood Hills fires. And I said, ma'am, I'm the friend of your son coming to get you. She was shivering, right? So I took her to the car. I took her belongings. She was holding onto belongings, obviously her valuables. And that all went well. And I drove them over to the Four Seasons in Westlake. But on my way up, my friends, on my way up the elevator in the hotel, there was a little boy. And he was in his pajamas, he was crying. And I said, buddy, are you okay? He's a little guy. Are you okay? And he's like wiping away his tears. He says, my house just burnt down in Brentwood. I don't know if my friends are okay or if my animals are okay. Little boy, right? And Brentwood's a very, very wealthy neighborhood. And I could see by the clothing he had on, by the PJs and everything, he obviously had rich parents. He'd gone up looked like from the restaurant up to his hotel room, but he was sobbing in the elevator. And I said, my friend, you'll be okay. Your parents are taking good care of you. You're in a hotel. You're safe. Your pets will be safe. Your friends will be safe. Your family will be safe. I mean, it looks really like you have a lot of loved ones who are taking care of you. And I think those reassuring words to this little kid meant a lot. And he looked up and he sort of gave me a smile and he said, thank you. And then the next thing he said to me, is your family okay? Is your house okay? I said, everything on my side is okay. We're evacuating, just like you, but everything will be okay. And he stopped crying. And then I reached the fourth floor. I left and I said, be well, be safe out there, young man. And I said, it was nice meeting you. Thank you for sharing your story. And it's just even communication between an adult and a little kid, reassuring a child, everything will be okay. I mean, this kid was 7, 8 years old, right? For them, this shit is traumatic. Like they're getting away from the flames and the fires. Their house is gone, definitely. Brentwood and Pacific Palisades is flattened. All of PCH, where I used to drive up and down, enjoying those sunsets, driving past those $5 to $25 million houses, they're all gone. They flattened, they gone. Even texted my fire friend and I said, hey, once this is all subsided, please just allow me to drive through. I want to film the devastation. He said, well, we'll do that later. I said, no, I understand. But just a shout out to this little kid, wherever you are, that I met in the elevator. You are a ray of sunshine. You are our future, and you don't have nothing to worry about because you got a lot of good people around you. So stay safe out there. And anyone affected by a fire, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's just LA, wherever it is. Anyone that's affected by a fire, anybody that's affected by a hurricane, by a natural disaster, we all rally around you. We all send you our well wishes. We all send you our prayers. And I just really want to get to bed. That's really all I want to do, is get to bed. It's been a long ass 3 days. I'm going to wait for this group to land in the next 30 minutes. I'm at LAX right now, just outside of LAX. Going to scoop them up. The Google Maps is definitely not working. It took me almost 3 hours. From Calabasas over to Hidden Hills. Why? Because of the Kenneth fires. Everything. I mean, all of Liberty Canyon, all of Lost Hills, all of Las Virgenes just lined up with hundreds and hundreds of firefighters ready at the highway, at the 101, waiting so that the fire doesn't jump over the freeway and into the next neighborhood. So I cannot even begin thanking these firefighters. They've been working around the clock. They've been pulled from the Pacific Palisades fire to the Kenneth fire, from the Eaton fire to they're just pulling people left, right, and center, resources. People are coming in. I saw convoys of firefighters coming in from Ventura, from North Cali. Everyone's helping out. But at the same time, like somebody said, there's a lot of stuff not working, right? There's a lot of money that was probably not appropriated the right way. A lot of these fire hydrants weren't working. Some are blaming. There's a lot of blaming going on because they're going to be multi-billion-dollar lawsuits. You know that. You and I know that there are multi-billion-dollar lawsuits coming. So the big blame game now is, the electrical company, for example, like Southern California Edison and all these electric companies, they didn't supply the power to the generators that were pumping, water from the reservoirs and the ocean into these neighborhoods. So there was no water. These hydrants weren't working. And then at the same time, the most chaotic thing of all, and I saw this with my own eyes, these people were coming down the hill. They were coming down the hill. At some point, you couldn't see anything, and you panic. And the people were jumping out the cars, and they were leaving their cars. And they were running literally down to PCH, over onto the beach. Later, those beach houses all burnt down. It all caught up right there. But what happened is all these roads where the fire trucks and that needed to get to, they were all blocked by hundreds and hundreds of cars. So they started bringing in bulldozers. They started bulldozing cars out of the way to get access, to make access to these roads. And word has it that there was not sufficient machinery. Word has it that there weren't enough planes in the sky. I do know that air traffic had to stop around these fires because the winds were just, you had 60 to 70 mile winds. There's still winds right now. The winds pick up at night. Tomorrow is the first time it's supposed to cool down a bit, and the winds. But, if you have 4 days of relentless winds, these people are spread thin, man. They're all over the show. Beverly Hills is safe. Beverly Hills is safe. The area around Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood Hills, thank God they got that under control fairly quickly. That was one project last night. I'll probably make another video on that. That was like an SOS call shot out there late last night and picked up this lady. Right now, did 3 trips where I'm just picking up clients that broke off their holiday and coming back to go and either visit the destruction or find out if the houses are still there. So who started the fire? I was looking at, it made no sense to me that there were so many different fires in one specific area, and there were no other fires in San Diego, no other fires in Orange County, no other fires. Didn't make sense. So to me, it smelled like arson. Well, it turned out that they caught a guy only a few hours ago down in West Hills, Woodland Hills, a guy torching, lighting fires. Somebody called in the police. They arrested the man. So we'll see whether that individual, that sick individual, is behind the other fires. Sadly, there are sick people like this in this world, really. And fires is not a time to play politics, right? You'll see afterwards when the multi-billion-dollar lawsuits follow who's at fault, right? And I think it's a lot of funds that were not directed. These cities have so much money, but they're not spending the money. They need to spend money on the firefighters, on training, on the equipment. No, they're not spending the money. Cutting budgets, and it's bullshit. And then you cut here, you cut there, you cut, you pay the price. You pay the price. I'm a Bay Area queen. Caden's happy place, Bay Area queen. Craig says, so heartbreaking. Man, the pictures, you look at the pictures and the videos, it's beyond heartbreaking. I also hate the fact that it's becoming a political issue. I completely agree with you, King Yolo. Politics. This is a time to rescue and save people. This is a time to rescue and save animals. The amount of horses, ladies and gentlemen, I have been on the ground, boots on the ground in all these areas for the last 48 hours. I've seen with my own eyes the destruction. I've seen people put their horses in the carts, get them out to safety. That's what it's about. And you don't play politics with that, right? It's about how quickly can we help people evacuate? How quickly can we get them to safety? How quickly can we take care of our furry friends, our animals? We don't leave any animals behind. That's wrong on every level. You know, cats, dogs, horses, whatever. Get them out. Like my neighbor, they evacuated. They have donkeys, goats. They evacuated all the animals. All my clients that have horses in Hidden Hills, all out, right? They bring in their services. They pay these services. They know. They know who to call. They have the phone numbers who to call in case of emergency, because fires are an annual thing. It's cyclical. You get the brush gets dry. We have Santa Anas. We have fires. We face this shit every single year. Every single year. So I don't think it's a good idea to play politics. I think it's a good that we got to learn from this and appropriate and spend the monies and fill these reservoirs and double check that everything works. Our fire hydrants works, our bulldozers work, we can't always just every single time rely on thousands and thousands of firefighters. These guys are so tired. My friend now has worked non-stop for 96 hours, non-stop, with a few hours sleep here, a quick meal. He's a senior guy in the fire department. He runs the Malibu side. He's been working around the clock. I'm going to give a shout out to you, Mr. Pistone. You're a great man. He's an animal. He's a beast. He works like a dog. He's out there saving lives, saving animals. That's what it's about. So Victoria said a lot of Palisades properties are under the original Prop 13. Let's talk about it. You could talk about it. What are you going to do? Are you going to bring back? You're going to bring back all those lost items and homes? You can talk as much as you want about fucking Prop 13. It's what happened live in the streets. And reality you can talk about Prop 13. Let's talk about Santa Ana winds. Reality, weather, right? Weather. You have 60, 70 mile hour winds, and you have just one little flame igniting. It goes everywhere. I mean, it went from 10 acres, I was refreshing, to 1,000 acres, to 5,000 acres, to 10,000 acres, to 15,000 acres, to 17,000 acres. And here she wants to talk about Prop 13. Give me a fucking break. Maui, same shit. I mean, look what happened in Maui. Crazy winds, right? Crazy winds. Just everything blew up, wiped it out. That's nature, my friends. That's nature. My whole neighborhood in Cape Town was completely destroyed from a hurricane once. People rebuild. My house survived, thank God. A lot of other people. This is not just LA. It happens worldwide. These type of disasters happen. It happens worldwide. George Babayan says the people pay for this. I'm not sure what you mean by the people pay for this. Tracy Lee, get the fuck out of here. Right? Wants to play politics, get the fuck out of here. Boom. Slapped you out of the room. There we go. Don't have time for that. Let's talk about the issue that's going on. Let's talk about real humans and real problems. And services that we provide as drivers or as private drivers. You know what sickened me? I dropped off people at Four Seasons. I'm waiting right there. And the guy goes, and a guy arrives and at the hotel, and the other guy runs up to him and says, "Oh, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you made it." And he says, "You know what? I'm fucking pissed off." And the guy, I'm like, why is the guy pissed off? He just said, "Uber gouged me $180 for this short trip." That's what he was angry about. And I couldn't hold back. My clients were on the one side. I said, "Fuck, don't use Uber. $180, $180 they were gouging them in the fires. That is sickening. That is sickening, right? Absolute sickening. That companies would gouge you during these fires, and that insurance companies turn around and double or triple your rates right now. Sebastian's in the house. Victoria's in the house. Tyron am I Tyron Boyson? That sounds like a South African name, Boyson. I lived in South Africa for 17 years. That's where I got my accent from. But I'm born in Washington, D.C. I'm a born American. I have an American passport. And I also spent 18 years in Europe. So I lived in Europe, I lived in Africa, I lived in America. Disaster profiteering is immoral. 100% agree, Mark. Geez. Vartan says, is it bad there? Yeah, it's bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad. But it's the bad or the bad things that have happened have concentrated in certain areas. It's not like the overseas news portrays, oh, all of LA is on fire. That's not true. You have all these spread out fires. So can you get from north to west, east to west, north to south? Yes, you can. It just takes a lot of time. A lot of highways, PCH shut down. A lot of highways are shut down. A lot of streets are shut down. So everything, the roads are extremely overtaxed. But and you have zones that are really, really badly hit. But if you look at LA as a whole, it's still pretty healthy, I think. Tyler says, always offer free rides when we get hit by hurricanes. 100%. I like that, Tyler. I know that the Fair Co-op is giving out free rides. And I also know that Uber and Lyft are giving out free rides, as they should. But I think what Jeff Watts said correctly in his video, drivers are not preparing for these disasters. And then if you cut off, if you have to evacuate and you cut off from work for a week, you're negative $1,000, right? And it's hard to make that up. So you would think that Uber and Lyft would support drivers during these times. Hell no. They're not supporting drivers with maybe $200 or $300 for their hardships if they can see they haven't been online for a week. No, they're doing the opposite. They are gouging. I tell you what, I was at Four Seasons in Westlake yesterday, and the guy arrived at the hotel. The other guy was happy to see his friend arrive. Are you okay? Are you okay? He goes, you know what? I just paid $180 fucking dollars for an Uber that gouged me for a short trip. I'm like, that pisses me off. That pisses me off. God says fires are staying. They are my fires. That's an interesting one. Yeah, Caden says, what's sickening is that people will actually start fires, right? People will start fires. Oh, here's an opportunity. High winds. Let me see how much destruction I can create. I mean, how sick are human beings? They screwed up in the heads. So, thank you. We have 118 people in the house. I'll make another follow-up video tomorrow. I'm going to rock into LAX right now, scoop up these people. I just want to get to bed, to be honest, and then get to my family who headed out northwards to Camarillo to get to a safe place. And I'll probably be driving past a lot of destruction in about an hour and a half. Going into an area where I'm dropping these people off where I mean, it's called the Kenneth Fire. Sort of started in Bell Canyon, West Hills, and it quickly moved, just skimmed by Hidden Hills, all those mega houses. All my clients' houses were texting me, oh, we're safe, the fires just slipped by. But then it sort of went down Las Virgenes, Lost Hills, over the canyons, and then all I could see as I drove past, hundreds of fire trucks that were ready at the 101, because they do not want these type of fires jumping a highway and getting into another. Fire says a 1.24 surge. So I want to ask this guy, there's some guy in here that says fire equals a 2.4 surge. Does that excite you, that you get a surge from a fire? And that's all I have to, and depending on how you answer that, answer it very carefully. Uber $3, answer my question very carefully, because it's going to determine the next step. Sebastian, what happened to Trump releasing the files? Don't think he did. Yeah, I'm gonna film that. That's a good idea, Victoria. I'm gonna film that. Yeah, you know, systematic 24, 100%. You're 100% right. And I'm gonna take your advice. Please get some rest, and I hope your family are safe. I need to basically get back to my family. I've got them to safety. My job is to also keep other people safe. You know, have a human duty to do that. And I'm in Calabasas, Saida. I'm in Calabasas, right there where the Cartrashians and all those people stay. That's where I live. So I'm gonna be heading over that way. I'm gonna be dropping people off in Westlake. Great night. Stay safe. Thank you. Very kind of you. A lot of the homes don't have insurance. You're right. State Farm canceled. Many people are without insurance. I mean, State Farm dropped a lot of people. Aura says, we're praying for all of you from Florida. I send my thanks to Florida. I send my love to Florida, and can say just appreciate all your wonderful support. In general, the outpour of support, the humanity, the caring, amazing. You're always going to have a couple of assholes. And this one little asshole I got a kick out of here, because he got all excited that the fires provide surge. Let me just slap this guy out of my live stream. In fact, let's slap him out for good, so he can never write again. There we go. Good night. Sleep tight. I get a lot of, it's always, it's always good to get rid of trash. There's always a little element of human trash in every live feed. And I just love slapping them out of the room. Boom. Good night. Sleep tight. People that want to have a real healthy, good conversation can stay here. And 99.99% of the people, and I hit 80,000. I hit 80,000 subscribers today during the fires. As we are evacuating, I hit 80,000 subscribers. So what I do every 10,000 subscribers, I open up a bottle of champagne. Now, I'm not in my YouTube studio, which is my garage converted. All the power is out, generators are running. The moment I can get back to my screens, my lights, I'm gonna make more videos, and I'm also gonna pop a bottle of champagne. It's a tradition, I pour some glasses for you, which represent the subscribers, and then we say cheers, or nastarovia, or prost, or chin chin, or salut, or à votre santé. You know, cheers in any type of language. So 80,000 subscribers, rock on. My goal is 100,000. And drink a lot of water. I like that. Drink a lot of water. Thank you, Exit Matrix. Congrats on the 80,000. Damn, worked hard on that. Get to those 80,000, man. You can ask anyone when you're there, 10,000 subscribers, 11,000 subscribers, 12. What an uphill climb to get to 80,000. Not easy. Not easy. Not easy. If you're and a one-man show, just one-man show. So I can tell you, it took a long time, a lot of videos, a lot of great people like you. I appreciate you all for getting us there. We got there together. We got there together at 80,000. You're part of the 80,000. So I owe you a bottle of champagne, all of you. I owe you Salute, a big cheers. We're gonna cling glasses together. I'm gonna make that video, I promise. I never let you down on that one. Every 10,000 you can see I make the champagne video. But right now I gotta rock into the airport, scoop these people up, get their asses home, go past the last bit of destructive fires, the Kenneth fires, trying to get them on a pill, try and pick up some footage there. Should be, I should get a lot of red flames. I have to go into that neighborhood because they live there, so they can't block me. They're gonna have to let us in because we have an ID to show, hey, we're going into that neighborhood. And I hope they let us into that neighborhood, but I'm gonna try and film a lot of the destruction there. So we'll see what type of video footage I get. Skål! Skål, skål! I love skål, Swedish. Cheers, mate. Salut. Nastarovia. Chin chin. Prost, kameraden. Oh, there was a funny beer song at the Oktoberfest. They taught us this beer drinking song because I've been to almost every Oktoberfest. It was a lot of fun, by the way, in Munich. And it goes like this. It goes like this. It's a drinking song. It's a German drinking song. Prost, Prost, Kameraden. Prost, Prost, Kameraden. Prost, 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 Kameraden. Wir wollen einen Eben zur Mitte, zur Titte, zum Zack, Zack, Zack. That's the German drinking song. And then you slug down your mass of beer. I've got coffee instead. Thank you, my brothers and sisters, my subscribers, my friends, my warriors. My lungs are pretty fucked up from all the smoke. The entire car is just ash. I'm looking at the hood, just ash. Everywhere, just ash raining down from the sky. It's nuts. So stay safe, and let's save lives, and let's not play politics. It's not a time to play politics. It's a time to save Anush. It's a time to save lives and animals. And let's not forget those furry friends. We don't leave any furry friends behind. Dogs, cats, horses, donkeys, goats, geese, chicken. We save them fucking all, right? So take care. I'm gonna do an 80,000 sub live feed with champagne. It's my next one. As the moment I get power, everything, all the power is shut off in all of these neighborhoods and suburbs. Everything, the power is shut off. None of these. So bye, 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 bye. Get masks, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all. Stay safe out there. Thank you again.